go. Mic check. Kane, you there?
Yep.
Awesome. Bill? Sam?
Indeed, Liputski.
Alex?
I'm here. I'm in. Yeah.
And Grahim?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, brah. Dude. Alright, nice. Hello guys, welcome back to Animite Tales, the Animite Fables, aka Dev Plays, as we are playing and playtesting through a campaign of my own devising, using my own system, as we try and hopefully develop whilst we're also playtesting. I am Joe, aka Ongoer Joe, aka Guy of Animite Tales, as most people now just call me on almost every single thing that I talk to people about. But I am also here with my lovely stout crew of adventurous misfits. So last session we had it that you guys had just come back from quite a terrible fight. You had met Jeremine, a wraith, aka a tiefling. He was badly injured to the point of which that his right leg had been so badly burnt that when you got him to the doctors, they said that he might never walk on it again. They might even have to amputate it. You then went back to Belthor, as this entire thing was for a job for him, and not only did he seemingly not care, but he also said that he would refuse to pay you as you did not do your job. After Alex, you as your character, the illustrious, trying to find it, Ether. There we go.
Eva. Yep.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You stormed out as you said that he should not have treated his supposed friend or employee or fellow living creature in such a manner.
He is an enemy now.
Yes, as you said, he is now an enemy of you. Tak, however, you had been missing. Now, we actually, the funny thing is, Tak doesn't know how to tell the time, and he left early hours in the morning, having a look around the town, and he went fishing, in a river and caught some fish. As Ulchin does actually have a small sort of pond-like river, and as he came back, he realised that none of his friends were back at the tavern, so he's just been wandering around. And that's when he then stumbles into all of you as you have just walked out and hear the ominous words from Dago, our beloved Cobalt. I have a plan. So we now open curtains, stage set. I have a plan. Go on, Dago.
Okay, group huddle.
Do I see Tak coming in? Do I invite Tak to the group huddle?
Yes, you do see Tak, yeah.
Let's say I wave to Tak, and gesture for Tak to come towards us.
I
With his fish.
join everyone with a grin on my face.
Right. Hey, Tak.
Hi guys. Oh, I got lunch for us.
Oh, good. Finally, some good news.
Good. Four-armed fake. Kobolda's back.
Right. So what's going on?
We're in a huddle.
Yes.
Yeah. I just hug everyone.
Yeah.
Because I have a plan.
Like to give a big group hug.
Aww.
The lovable Tak as he gives hug. Now I want to point out, Monk and Kaya, you were the two last ones to leave the shop. You weren't as annoyed with him as the others were, but you did seem to be, still annoyed that, well, specifically Monk, you seemed rather annoyed that you didn't get paid. Or at least even explained exactly what was going on. But Kaya, you just didn't really care, considering you stopped people getting robbed, and basically you succeeded to help them. So for you, your conscience is clear. But for you, hearing the Cobalt has a plan, do you also join the huddle, the two of you?
Well, I need to know what kind of trouble he's going to get us into, so yes.
Yeah. Agreed.
Fair enough. You have the floor, it seems, Dago.
Well, I'm of course going to leap up and make sure they carry me because I'm like 3 feet shorter than everyone else.
Give you a little boosty.
No, I've got him on my shoulder. I'll pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
Team is back. Yes, plan. Well, you may be surprised, but Cobalt am known for being stealthy and thievery-ish.
No. Sarcasm.
I don't think you did very well at that last time.
Hmm.
Well, difference being, Cobalt am good at night, and no one expecting. There you go. Thinking, you wait till night, about 4 at night. Cobalt will go into building, take money, and come back.
I don't think so. I mean, that would be a way to get money, but we're not criminals. I don't think that that's a good idea.
We did help. We did job, just not complete job.
Well, why do we want to do a job for Belfour anyway?
You know, like Valfor.
What job
he won't-
and what money?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. It's awful.
He wanted us to rob from museum that was on wheels. He decided
yeah.
not to rob museum.
Cool, yeah.
They
We
don't
had
give us money.
Well, that's not the least of my problem with it. I mean,
That makes sense. I mean, you didn't do anything.
well, yes, but I don't have a problem with that. Is that, well, the bandit leader, attacked someone who was going with us, who was actually quite nice, and they got really badly hurt, like really badly. They almost died, and they're supposedly Belfour's friend, and Belfour didn't even care. They just
Right.
wanted us to rob this.
Well,
I mean,
if you want to heal this friend, then surely we need some money.
well, yeah, can't we get it any
Yes.
other way though? Like,
I mean-
This is the quickest way.
If you need some healing done, if you got some water, I can just heal it.
well, I mean, we can certainly try. We'll have to check up on him.
Can you really restore an entire leg?
No. At least I've never done that before.
Could that be possible?
Well, so Rob, no Rob. I
Hmm.
mean, requisition, no requisition.
I just like the idea that this Cobalt is just saying like Rob, no Rob, and you just see the monk just already like turning his like a massive wrap into sort of like a little knapsack. Is just like, oh wait, we're not going ahead with this plan.
Well,
We're not
of
robbing
course-
this place.
Hey, they never said anything against enlightenment and stealing.
Well, I just don't
I'm
think that.
enlightening their load.
I just don't. see I don't see why we suddenly don't have a problem with stealing. I mean, come
Yes,
on.
but-
right.
Yeah, I'm no good person.
Oh,
Look,
but
this could be some kind of weird artifact, and the museum clearly doesn't have good enough security, so we need to
Yes.
take it out and find out about it, and then maybe give it to Belfour,
No,
or maybe
absolutely
give it to
not.
No.
absolutely not give it to
someone
Belfour.
appropriate.
They go not say Rob Museum. They go say Rob Belfour.
Ah,
Yes. Me. They go mean building. We beside. We're beside Belfour's building. We're not beside the museum, are we?
Yeah, no, you guys, yeah, because as I said, it was just after you got like sort of like you stormed off, so it's just outside of his store.
hmm.
Yes.
No, I
He
mean,
knows
I like.
spatial awareness.
Dago, remember. And they're just like, this happened like 5 seconds ago, dude.
Dago no buildings.
I mean,
Dago no can read, but Dago no.
I like that plan better, but I'm still not sold on thieving. I don't think that it's in my nature.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
confused, mate. Hey guys. So this guy wanted you to rob a moving museum
Yeah, for a scroll.
for a scroll.
Delivering
You
something.
didn't do it. Now, who? So the scroll is still with the museum, and now
Yes.
you want to rob from this guy because
Well, he was just so awful to his friend who helped us. We were attacked by the bandit leader, and we almost died. Dago almost died, and
All of you
we
roll
couldn't
me
have done it better.
perception.
it just turns out he's right beside
Yeah,
us
he's
as
probably
the
just
like over.
right next to us, isn't he?
No, I say we wash.
Yeah, just call out what your rolls are when you do them.
Okay, perception.
11.
8.
11,
I know
okay.
nothing.
8.
It was a 9.
Oof, yikes. Kaio might be the only one.
Hey.
Ooh, Bill getting out there with the willpower, instinctive will. How is it that Kaio, who has a minus modifier,
Every
gets the
time.
highest with a 15 there? Okay, so Tak,
Tack's just confused about what's going on.
Monk, and Kaio, the three of you hear the unmistakable bell just from behind you, and you see Belthor as he's in sort of an outside coat, as he locks up his shop, and he sort of looks around, sees you're like huddling not too far from his store, and he turns his back to you and walks off. He sort of has sort of a shifty look, and then just sort of quickly starts moving down the street.
Mm.
Now, I want to point this out. The only person who has this chance is Pursuer. You can roll an insight, as you were the only one who got a 15.
Damn it, I was about to ask for the
I mean, that ain't my name, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
do
yeah,
that.
but it's on your nickname.
Start
It's on your nickname.
Changing
You
your
gotta
nickname.
change it.
I'll do it again. I did this last time. Kaio. There we go. There you go. No, you have no idea what's going on with him.
No.
With a 6.
With a 6, you are unable to differentiate the difference between walking shiftily, walking normally, or just plain going out for a jog. You don't know what he's doing. All you know is he's leaving his store and he is locked up. He is out in an evening coat. He looked around just before he locked up, and then he left in a faster speed than most people would normally move. Is that suspicious? Probably not, really.
Nah.
Everything he does is shifty, though.
Yeah. That's the why I add sort of like the sarcasm to it.
For
Yes.
me, I'm saying at night when he not here, we rob.
Well, first of all, maybe not
he's already
say that out
left.
loud. I just want to wash
I'm,
my
s-
hands.
I'm still wondering why.
I'm bad man. I'm obvious.
So,
Well,
why don't we just report him? I mean,
Well, he hasn't done anything. I mean, we can't exactly prove it. I mean, what are we gonna?
didn't he
we
shoot?
gonna
Didn't you
say?
say he shot his friend?
No, he
Did
didn't
something
shoot
to-
it. No, he just didn't care when he,
Well,
when he
actually,
got
well,
injured.
if you technically want to play this game, his friend would technically be a witness, considering he knew the job. So, if we were to report him, he would be someone who would actually be able to tell the truth if he chose to.
If he survives.
Well, he seemed alright. He only
He's
lost
gonna
a leg.
live, just
I say
you know,
only
he's
lost a
gonna
leg,
live
but
with
you
that
know what I
leg.
mean.
It was pretty bad, though. I mean,
It's a mere
should
but a
probably-
flesh wound. He'll be fine.
Hmm. I just hate all this whole situation. I'm so
Well-
wound up that he could just discard people like that. I don't want to have anything to do with him.
Dago, do it alone. If no one
No.
want.
No, Dago, 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 Dago. We don't want you getting in trouble again.
Mm. Dago, but
Yes,
Dago,
you
I'm good
almost
at
died
this
last
thing.
time, so you know.
When- when-
And
when
you also
Dago
tried
not
to
being
rob
weak-
from people last time, and you almost died. So
Yes, but Dago not do it in front of people.
Dago,
Time.
as soon as he says that to you, your butt sort of like twinges with a slight bit of pain as you just remember, oh yeah, I was speared in one of the butt
Oh
cheeks.
yeah. Oh yeah, someone did tell me to roll stealth.
Oh yeah,
I
someone
mean,
didn't
yes,
ask to
oh,
roll
yes,
stealth.
that was bad idea jumping in front of people in daylight. Dago know better.
I'm still just confused as to what. So,
Hey, Dago explain basic terms. Man, ask us. Get scroll from moving museum.
I get that.
Because
I
it's
get.
bandits attack museum. We go.
So,
we stop bandit attack. Not get scroll. Museum go on. But I get hurt and other person get hurt. And then we go to Belfort, he no give us money. I'm that simple.
So why do you want to rob him?
Because he am bad.
So
He am wealthy. He am so much
I,
wealth.
I'm gonna while he's on my shoulder, can I just sort of like sleight of hand try and steal something off him?
I guess so. Roll finesse. And
I mean,
guess-
I literally have nothing on me at this
He
time.
doesn't
Yeah, I
know
definitely
that.
I think Alex has
Roll-
stolen everything from
roll
me already.
finesse, and then I guess Dago roll perception.
Can I use my super dex on this?
Yeah. You can add super.
So do I get advantage? Or-
No.
Is that
The
also
advantage
super
is a
dice?
higher modifier.
Because I have no modifier on it.
I mean,
super dex.
you also do have super dex, don't you?
One super dex, yeah. So
Okay. Wait, do you have minus finesse?
no, I have 0 finesse. I just forgot. So it's an 18.
Okay, so that's 18. Dago does not notice that he just gets completely patted down by one of the hands. But then you realise he's got nothing on him other than his cloak.
Okay. I was going to try and make a point, but seeing as there's nothing to steal.
He has nothing to
Can,
steal.
can I,
Dago, I'm thinking, where am magic sword? where am leaf? Where am jug? Point
Where
of
am
it.
oh yeah, I
necklace?
have all of that with me, don't I? Yeah. Yes. I probably I'll probably see this and it's like, okay, okay, you can have these back now, Dago.
Good.
And as he hands it over, I'm going to try and steal one of like the leaf.
Can we roll against each other then?
Yeah, okay, I
Oh,
guess roll
fine.
finesse against, I guess, normal decks.
Can
Oh well,
Oh,
Well, I've got super decks as well, so it's all good.
too busy patting him down to notice.
Yeah, no, he just takes his stuff real quick, and your hand hasn't even barely like moved upwards.
Yeah. So hang on, you want to rob him because he's a bad guy,
Yes.
but ain't you robbing him? Doesn't that make you a bad guy? So I could just
No.
steal it. Why not? You're doing a bad thing.
Yes, but I am doing bad thing to bad guy. We kill goblins. Killing is bad. Goblins are bad.
Does either the monk or the
Therefore, it is
paladin
good.
want to weigh in on this very obviously strange moral
No,
ambiguity?
I was actually gonna say, as this conversation with everyone is seemingly going nowhere, I'm going to leave the huddle and go off because this is becoming pointless now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I have work to do, and I'm wasting my time.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
Where are
Well,
you heading off
so
to?
rude.
I wanna go and ask around to some people to see if there's any caves or any systems connected to the well.
Okay. Alright then. Does anyone else want to follow him, or does anyone else have another location in the town that you guys want to go to?
Well, actually, can I have a sort of a meta question, not a character question? I've forgotten the name of the guy who is now currently in the hospital.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, yeah. I would just say, well, I'll explain this. Say, like, well, it is sort of our fault that Jeremiah is in the hospital. If we're going to get money anywhere, I think we should give it towards him to at least get a replacement leg, or ensure he's okay.
I mean, Dago fine with that, as long as Dago gets shovel.
Okay, Dago, we'll find you a shovel. Well, we need money for that, though.
Monk, since you're the only
Yes,
one who
Dago
hasn't
steal money, get shovel, give.
spoken to the rest of the players, are you also going with Kaio?
No, I'm just kind of standing there perplexed at this ridiculous conversation.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Roll me charisma and investigation then, Kaio.
Alright,
Mm.
oh boy. Well, I'll roll 2d20s, and then the first one will be charisma, the second one will be investigation.
Okay.
Oh boy.
The first one's an 8. What is your modifier with charisma?
It's a 9.
Awesome. And the 5
And
with
it's a 4.
Yeah, okay. You walk down the alleyway, down the street. You get to sort of like where you can see the rest of the sort of the town as it opens up again. As your view opens up and the whole area sort of opens up a bit, and you just look there, and then you turn around, and then you just sort of look around, and as someone passes you, go, "Excuse me," and then they just completely ignore you. By that point, that is all you've gotten so far. That's how far you've gotten with your investigation and your thing, and you just go, "I guess nobody knows."
Oh, I guess not.
Okay.
Well, drastic measures for drastic situations. I head back to the well.
Fair enough.
Well,
Now, I want
I
to point
guess-
out at this point, he has walked down the street, and he's now sort of heading more towards like town centre. So at this point, if neither of you guys go with him, he will be on his own, as no one knows where he's going.
Well, I'm gonna go follow him, because he's just he's off for wandering.
Okay, Dago have alternate plan then. If Dago no steal, Dago think we should get bounty from Adventure Guild?
Oh, the Hunters Guild.
Hunters Guild. At Amward.
I think we should go to the Hunters Guild, but first I really want to know about this box and scroll, because we don't know how powerful they are.
Do not steal from museum. Dago state this.
I mean, we don't have to. I mean, you said yourself that their security is really low. I mean, now that we've got a heads up that someone is going to try and steal it, perhaps we could offer them some help. And maybe in exchange they'll give us information on it.
Yeah, not helping anyone steal this box and scroll. I think that we need to find out more about it before we do anything with it.
So is that where you're heading then, Monk? You're heading to the museum then, yeah?
Yeah, what time is it?
It is now 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yes, I shall head to the museum.
Okay. Who else is going where? So, Dago, are you still staying on Tack's shoulder and going wherever he's going, or are you staying there? Are you going somewhere else?
Go try and indicate for him to go to. I'm going to try.
Tack was just following because he's still confused about what's going on, so he's just sort of following us to say.
Hunters Guild.
And what about you, Ether?
I think I want to follow Kaio actually, because I'm interested into what the hell he's doing actually. So you're going to the Hunters Guild. I know that Monk is going for the scroll.
Yeah,
so I want to see what.
Museum,
Yeah, that's where the museum. So I'm going to go see what Kaio's doing, see if I can help him out.
Okay, and Tack, are you listening to the cobalt on your shoulder, or are you just going to go off in your own direction or follow someone else?
Oh, I'm following Monk.
Okay, so we've got 2 people, if not 3, going
No.
towards the museum. Are you just going to run off on your own then, Dago?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
I've got seeing the tag is not following the command.
Okay. So as we split up, I'm going to ask all 3 of you. I'm going to say Kaio, I'm going to say Tack, and I'm going to say Dago. 3 of you from 3 different groups. Roll move speed. So
Is
that's
it
20,
20?
20
Wow.
from Dago,
None.
13 from...
Not
Oh, wait,
natural.
no, we haven't got anything from Kaio yet, so this could all be... Yeah, 23. All right, Kaio, we're up with you looking at a well. As you go
Oh
back
boy.
to the well, you look over into the water. Roll me an insight or a perception check.
They're both the same.
Either way.
I'll do perception.
As you look on over,
No.
you sort of just look at this sort of pond of water. As you do so, you hear a voice behind you, as it's Ether, asking you to wait up.
It's like,
Hmm.
what are you doing with the well?
I believe there's some not so nice things connected to this well.
Hmm. Do you need any help figuring it out?
Look into the water and tell me what you see.
Okay. I'm looking in. Do
Uh,
I roll a perception?
yes, a perception or insight, absolutely up to you.
All right. Perception. Why not? I got a 13.
As you look into the water, you see it's crisp and clear. The well continues going down for a while, but eventually the darkness does start being more obvious. It's just a bottomless well, to your knowledge, to the best of your ability. You see not much down there but water. The water is clear and the water looks clean.
Just a deep well. Crisp, clean water.
Hmm.
What do you see?
Well, I've been unable to see it again, but I was able to see figures in the water looking over my shoulders. Not the reflection of people, but
Hmm.
of other
Perhaps,
things.
perhaps it is not the well, but it is something within you.
Hmm.
Perhaps you've been gifted or cursed with some kind of spell. Or perhaps something that is in the well is drawn to you. Hmm.
Is it just when you look down? Is it just like a bottomless pit almost?
Oh yes, it's just water. You know,
Hmm.
just darkness in the crisp water.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Joe, I jump into the well.
I thought this was
I,
where...
Yes.
Okay.
what?
I'm gonna ask you to roll me an endurance to see how long your breath is being held for.
Okie doke, I just drowned today. This is how it ends,
Oh
guys.
my
No,
goodness,
I've
you.
got a special idea as to how we're gonna do this. So just roll endurance. All right, so
Great.
you got a 6. We've got
Oh, boy.
1d4 on the clock. Here we go.
Yep.
Let's see it. Show me the money. 2 minutes. You have, well, let's say roughly 2 minutes.
That's all I need.
And then you will start taking some damage. And when I mean some, I mean quite a lot, considering you got
Yep.
you got a 6.
Kyle, what is
So
wrong
you just
with you?
hear very well. Did you bring your shield and all your other stuff with you, by the way?
Yeah. Although I'm gonna
Please.
say, actually, I'm gonna say I left my shield and my mace by the side of the well.
Okay.
So I just, yeah.
Oh my
As you
goodness.
go down, you know it starts getting darker and darker as you keep going down and down.
would I be able to use my powers, my hydrokinetic abilities, to basically, move the water away from me, so I essentially have a room of breathing around me?
Yes, you can attempt to do so. Roll for SP.
Come on.
No.
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 that is a 7. I'm
My
afraid.
rolls are not good today.
So as you continue going down, eventually you feel your body bump down. It has taken quite a long time, and you only have one more unit of time of
I will
breathing.
try and do it again. Come on, dice roll. I know we have a tough relationship.
Oh, there we go. Finally.
Yep. No, that's good enough. As you create like a pocket of air, and then just bring this bubble of air down and down, until eventually it's sort of wrapped around either your head or just on your mouth or something.
So I'm going to move around and investigate, see if there's anything down here.
Oh my god.
It is pitch black. You cannot see anything in this darkness, but you can feel the rocks getting a lot more coarse and a lot less I guess a lot less man-made. Like there are no patterns of brickwork or stones or cobblestones. It just feels like one constant rocky feeling.
I'm just gonna keep moving in a direction. Like, obviously I can't see, so I'm just gonna keep moving, and then whenever I hit something, I'll just sort of move along it to see if I can find, essentially if there's a path I can follow.
Fair enough. I guess roll me investigation.
Would it be with disadvantage?
Now, this funny thing is, this is not with disadvantage because that you are trying to feel out things. If anything, I guess it would be deception because you're trying to use your sense of touch rather than your sense of sight.
Okay, come on, dice roll, please be my friend. Okay, well, we're getting there.
As you're feeling around, you feel changes and movements. You sort of knock your head a little, and you feel something that is actually kind of like a hole. It's still pitch black. You can't see, but you can feel the sort of, okay, this is rough, but this potentially leads somewhere else.
I shall head there then.
Very well.
Sure.
As we now come back to Dago, you've scampered on off and you have gone into the directions of the location that you were told earlier this morning. As you get there, a large building with an elephant boar's skull at the top. This thing is huge. It's basically a giant elephant skull, but instead it was like as if it was in the style of sort of a boarish, like a rhinoceros-sized boar. Tusks and all, big and pointy, as big as rhino tusks, or rhino horns, either side of its skull.
I make sure to lower my hood further down. And I'm assuming there's a door.
Yes, there is.
I'm going to attempt to push the doors open.
Roll me strength. Labor.
Could be bad. See, what is mine? That is a -1.
Yay!
See, what is that? That is a 10.
You push it for a time, like with great strain, and eventually it starts opening for you. As you do so, you sort of fumble in as the door closes behind you. As you sort of topple and fumble as you do sort of like a little roll. As you're now sort of sitting on the floor. As you look up...
Can I roll acrobatics to acrobatics my way out of it? So it looks good. Looks like a plan fall.
I'm going to say you can attempt to do so, but with disadvantage.
Okay. So 14. As
you tumble, you try to like sort of like as soon as you get on your butt, you then just jump to your feet, almost going like, "Yeah, I meant to do that." As you do that, your hood goes further down, and you can't see anything as it's gone even over your nose.
Yeah, meant to do. Dago meant to do that. Dago will just kind of try to walk in the direction he knows to be the front desk without having to raise his hood up, and therefore prove that he did mean to do that.
You instantly bump into something. Roll me dexterity for stability.
Okay. Any other I
guess acrobatics. You can use acrobatics for this.
I don't have acrobatics, but that's a 20.
Yeah, as you sort of bump into something, you didn't sort of like expect it, but it's that thing of like, aha, it is not easy for me to be pushed over. But again, without using your eyes, you have no idea what you just bumped into.
Alright.
You then just sort of feel something grab at the back of your hood, and you now are suddenly lifted off of the ground. You then hear a voice.
Sorry.
You then hear a voice, soft but also rather stern. What on earth is this little thing? I don't suppose that this is one of your failed attempts at a hunt now, would it be? No, it's a kobold. What on earth are you doing here, little creature?
I'm wanting to hunt.
What's that you say? You wish to hunt? Well, this is impressive. Well, nevertheless, I'm afraid that you're not quite cut out for it, I'm afraid.
No, you don't know Dago. You know no Dago. I'm cut.
You then just hear a slightly faded voice. Did he say Dago?
No, me no say Dago.
You then hear the voice getting louder and also closer. Oh, let him go. He's a friend of a friend. As you are put down on a platform that was higher than the floor, your hood is torn off of your... Well, not torn, but just lashed backwards as the light of the room suddenly comes into focus as you see Gringar, the half-orc, standing in front of you, and the person who let you down is an elf dressed in some very fine-looking leather armor, with a special silver band around his head. As he looks at you,
you just see Dago kind of deflate with relief that there wasn't another person who knew his name.
This is Dago. He's a friend of mine. Well, he's a friend of a friend, but nevertheless, I've heard that he is a sorcerer. Yes, and we don't need any of them here in the guild. Oh, come on now, Jothery. We could do with some more spell types.
Me willpower of Alaisul.
Never heard of him, but come on, that's a pretty badass name, you gotta admit.
Damn, the greatest of dragons.
Alaisul is a dragon. I believe they consider him to either be a father figure or a god.
Yes.
You then hear, "Aye, lad, let him speak." As you just see a dwarf off in the back, as he's just got these massive gloves, as he's just like in this huge blacksmith attire. Huge ginger beard, bulkier than almost most of his body, and a shaven head with a mohawk going all the way down to the back. And it connects into his mohawk. The mohawk then splits off into two out the back, and it connects into his sideburns. Let him speak. I've not heard one of him in a long time.
Yes, Dago, I'm worthy of any hunt. Dago, I'm part of kobolds. Dago now have proud brooding.
I perhaps could see the possibility of using another one of our training exercises. What is it that you can do?
Ego, I'm good with sword, he says as he pulls out the leaf and doesn't transform it. And, Ego can make ice.
Ice
Ego
magic.
can speak all languages.
You do realize that speaking languages isn't exactly going to help you when you're trying to hunt a fellow monster.
Ego, I'm no monster. Ego, I'm son of dragon. Son of Alezul.
A dragon is a sort of monster. I guess you could say that it's...
Sword, it instantly transforms into a sword at that.
So it is a sword, then. Impressive.
Yes.
A wooden
Alezul
sword?
is no monster.
You know we hunt dragons. Or at least, some of us have killed at least one or two. Only the
You
weaker
am
ones.
true monsters. Dragons am kings and gods.
Yes, well, we don't exactly believe in kings or gods.
Oh, anarchist commune vibes.
Mm,
No gods, no masters, no monsters.
only man.
Only humanoid.
Ego am humanoid.
They've got a lizardoid.
Humanoid's got legs, arms, and a head. I can do that. Bipedal.
So,
Yes.
what is it that your people believe exactly? That dragons are gods and kings, but yet you're no dragon, and you're certainly no god.
Yes. Me am. We have spirit of Alezul. Alezul give me power. All kobolds am son of dragons.
He rolls his eyes at you and just stands straight up.
Pointy ear one. You have fake ones. You have ones you say, oh, I am forest god. I make summer happen.
Actually, I believe in none of the gods. Power comes from one's own belief, is based on just the factor of pure magic. If anything,
Eyes.
your belief is what creates the power. That means that you
Eyes.
have power in on yourself.
No. I'm all wrong.
Have you not noticed that you're perhaps a creature that may have powers because you were born with them? Or perhaps even that
Yes,
it is actually
because
science
Alezul
that
give me
proves it?
his spirit.
It is
'Cause
possibly
me can
that
turn
you
into
are-
dragon.
It is possibly that you are a descendant of said dragon, or perhaps that you were born lucky enough to have abilities similar to the dragon's believed powers. That is all. That is simple fact.
Eyes. Long hoods and lies.
You then
You
just
know,
hear
like pointy-eared one.
another voice. Don't worry about him. He's just cranky because someone came in without knocking first. He's very specific about that. As you see a woman ranger just sitting up on one of the beams of the ceiling, and she's just like checking out a couple of her different arrows.
I
Yeah,
probably really would want to just jump up there now.
I mean it is quite a few feet up there. You wouldn't be able to jump up there. Either way, Dago, I'll give you a shot. I need to go out in a few days' time. Why don't you check us out back then?
Yes, they go hunt. Not dragons, wolves, and goblins, and bad monsters.
Despite him saying that, Jothary is the only one who has actually fought a dragon. Me and Miller over here haven't. Oh, and Yim Ming. He also hasn't.
Good.
I haven't, but I would like to see a dragon. You're probably the closest thing I've seen all, 8 centuries.
They go
So-
also want me dragon to serve and make happy.
After he says 8 centuries, you just hear Miller go, decades! Right, That one. I'm not very good at counting.
Oh, I like him.
Yilm.
Like Scottish.
He's bad at math.
So you've got Grimgar, the half orc, Miller Ray, the human ranger, Jothery, the half elf, and you have Yilm Mig, the dwarf, who is also.
I'm gonna
fighting.
talk to 3 of them, and one I'm going to try and kill at some point.
As we now go back to Tack and Tack and Monk, as you guys are just outside of the museum of Ulchin. As you head in, you are greeted with basically a dark elf looking at you and just going, "Greetings. How may I help you today at this wonderful establishment, the Museum of Ulchin?"
I just look at Monk.
Box and a scroll came in or something.
Oh,
From some
yes, you
traveling
must
dude.
be one of the adventurers who helped us with that nice little piece earlier. If you'd like to see it, I'm afraid it is not currently on display yet.
Well, I'd like to find out some information about it.
Well, we do have a couple of curators looking at it right now. If you'd like to speak to them, you would have to gain access to this facility. To do so, we'll need to take at least 5 silver coins from you. Per person, of course.
Well, I don't have that right now, but I can tell you that the only reason that made it into this museum is because of me.
Right, and what exactly what exactly is the connection between me not getting paid to do my job?
All I'm gonna say is there's some information that you might need to know in order to keep that stuff here.
Roll diplomacy or persuasion? I shall now roll as well. "17, I'm afraid." As he looks at you, he just goes, "The information could of course be passed to me, but I'm afraid I cannot allow you access to this facility at this time, especially if you, looks up and down at you with very obviously judging eyes. A lack of, fortunes."
Well, we really discriminate in this land, don't we?
I'm going to take my last gold out and just put it on the desk. Is that enough?
Did you say gold?
Yeah. What? Did I get a gold?
No one got gold.
Oh, I've written that down wrong. Sorry, my bad.
Silver.
Come on. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Do you still put it down since you don't know really what
Yes,
money
yes, I will. Yes, I will.
One silver
One
piece.
silver piece.
Yeah.
Well, yes, now you need 4 more of them.
I just pick it up again.
However, it may seem dire, but of course, if you would like to give them some information or speak to them, they do have off hours. They finish up at 6. Why don't you try and bother them off in one of the taverns, or try and catch them when they leave work?
But if this place gets, I don't know, if something happens before then yeah, I'm not gonna be to blame.
I guess roll either intimidation or taunt to try and see if he'll bite on that very vague notion.
It was supposed to be very vague.
Mhm.
5.
Haha!
I got a natural 1, so yeah. What was that now? Do you know something? Something that might put myself and my establishment in danger?
Well, I'm afraid I can only tell you that if you let me in. And my associate here.
Okay, well, look, I'll take any of the money that you have on you right now. Discount. You know, information is, after all, a form of currency, I guess you could say. I make a living off it right now, don't I? So I'll take that silver coin that you have just shown me so graciously, and anything else that you might have on you that is considered a form of currency in this land.
I confused, looking confused, put it back on the table. Desk.
I have goblin spear.
Do you have any coins?
Oh,
Actually, do you not though? Because I think that you did actually
I
get
have
all
one
of our
left, and I
coins.
threw it in the wishing well.
Yeah, he threw it in the
You
wishing
actually
well.
did do it.
Yeah,
You
he actually
I
did
thought
that.
you were just lying about that.
I didn't
Okay.
realize he did it as well.
There's a reason
Don't
I
lie
yelled
about
at
that
him,
so far.
remember?
Very well. If it will save my business, you can go in. But be quick. No more than 10 minutes, please. He then escorts you to the location around the back where the curators are. And do be aware that we do have guards positioned outside of the doors. If you try anything, we will be allowed to execute you on the premises. He then walks
Okay,
away.
execution seems a bit crazy, but interesting.
As you walk in, you see basically just like this one scholar, again covered in white silken robes, looking over some booklets and some papers, and you've got another one who's looking at this box, just staring at it with their hands either side of the table, like almost like as if they're about to touch it, but they haven't yet touched it. They're just leaning hunched over this thing.
Hello there.
What are you doing here?
I need to ask you some questions.
I mean, everyone wants questions answered, but right now I'm currently busy with this here box.
What if I were to say that this box could be putting this establishment in danger right now?
It very well possibly could do. Wait, do you know things? Do you know what this box is?
Well, in order to put this puzzle together, I'm afraid I need to ask some questions.
Well, I'm afraid I currently haven't found much on this box other than it is engraved with warding. Specifically, it's anti-demon and angel. It's demonically and celestially bound to make sure that it will not allow any of them out. Actually, your friend there, try, come here. As he like stands up, grabs Tack by one of his hands, and sort of goes, "Go on, touch the box. Go on, attempt it."
I sort of look at Monk as like what's going on,
I guess you're touching the box.
and I'm going to investigate the box without touching it.
Roll insight.
It's a box. For 9.
It's a box with engravings on it, and he wants you to touch it for some reason.
Oh, I've got no reason not to. So yeah, I'm gonna reach down and touch it.
As you try to touch it, your hand won't go any further than about, say, 2-3 centimeters away from it. It won't go any further. As hard as you try to touch it, your hand is always 5 or 4 centimeters away from the box itself. Now, Bill, you see this. Like a monk, you see his hand is not touching it, and you see that he is attempting to touch this box, but
Is
nothing.
it that you cannot at all reach it?
Say again, sir.
Is it that it's impossible for you to reach it?
It is possible to be able to force one to touch it, is what we are led to believe. But watch what happens when it does. As he grabs Tack's arm and guides it closer to the box. The warding and the engravings glow, and Tack's hand is seared. Not enough to burn him, but enough to sort of almost similar to like a small amount of static electricity. Just arcs him off and pushes his hand back. It is imbued with spell work. If anyone or anything is fiendish, demonic, or even celestial, their bodies will be forcibly ripped away from it. It's almost
Right,
like
so
as
is
if...
it trying to protect something in the box then, or is it empty?
Yes, it's definitely something inside. Now, on the other hand, the lock is pretty elementary. We are able to do so. However, I'm afraid I am unable to open the box myself. You see, as he pulls down his hood, I am of the Genasi persuasion, as he has red orangish skin, and his hair is sort of fiery a little. It seems as though it is warded against any creatures of elemental as well. Whoever created this box desperately did not want anything of the inside of this box to be accessed by any of our kind. Now, I'm afraid my fellow compatriot over there is also Tiefling, so he is unable to touch it as well. What, pray tell, is your inclination, man? Halfling?
I am but a humble human being.
Then in that case, please, attempt to open the box. Could you?
Of course I will. That's what I'm here for.
As you place your hands on the box, you notice that unlike with Tax, where Tax's hand could not move any closer than 4 or 5 centimeters, and then when his hand was forced, it then pushed it back, almost like a magnet, like two opposite magnets just repelling each other. In this particular, well, obviously not opposites, you know what I mean. But in this particular scenario, you just touch it; it's a normal box to you, and as your hands touch it, you hear a click on the inside, like a mechanism clicks open. As you do so, you feel the top half nudge open a little, like nudge up a little.
Trippy.
I don't know if you need to back away for this, but let's see what's in here.
As you open the box, there is a scroll inside. A parchment. It looks rather old, and it has a special ring around it to keep it bound. The band is a silvery greyish colour, but it is definitely made out of some metal.
So, any ideas as to what this scroll might be?
This is
Must be quite powerful.
the first time we've ever seen such a scroll. I mean, it's the first time that anyone's been able to open the box since it's got here. By Jove, you've got it. Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'd very much like to, as he's sort of like nudging you out of the way, I'd very much like to, just get my hands on this. As his hands go towards it, the box clamps shut.
Yeah, I think you need to watch out. Even if you were to touch the scroll, There's no telling what it might do to you, since even the box repels you. Perhaps the scroll would reduce you to ashes.
Are you able to touch the scroll?
I assume so, but I want to watch from a bit of a distance.
Very well. As he sort of backs off a bit. Tack, at this point, you're sort of seeing this again.
I'm backed up really quite far because the fact that I couldn't touch it is weird. Was weird enough to me, and now the box is doing things on its own, and he's talking about it burning me if I get near it, or it disintegrating me.
Yeah.
So I'm backing away.
Do you do the same then, Monk?
Yes, I shall prepare to open it.
As you open the box, and you see the scroll yet again inside of it, what do you do next?
A bit of a weird one, but I might try and use instinctive will just to see if I get any weird feeling from it.
Okay, roll for it.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And...
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, no, so you don't. Simple as that, but I mean, either way, you're tense regardless, because it's a box that closed itself.
There's some weird stuff like this in the monastery. The vault
In
that
the
they
vault.
didn't let me in.
In the Vault of Havoc. So yes, what do you do as you see this
I
scroll?
guess I better pick up the scroll.
As you do so, you pick up the scroll. The scroll is... The box does not react to you picking up the scroll, and the scroll does not react to you picking it up. It is just as I said, just an old piece of parchment rolled up. An enscrolled piece of paper. Kept so rolled up by a metal band.
I shall try to remove the band.
Okay. As you remove the band, and the scroll starts opening up, we come back to Kaio. Kaio, please roll me SP to try and keep your air bubble contained.
What about me? I am freaking out on the surface here because my
Oh,
friend
we'll-
just
we'll-
seemingly committed suicide
We'll get to
right
that
in front
a
of me.
second.
Come on, dice roller. Let's be friends.
No.
So
Should I
as
roll endurance? Because technically, I would have gotten
a new breath?
more
Yes.
air.
So roll
Yeah.
me endurance.
Come on. Be nice
Come
to me.
on, doggy.
Nope.
Ooh,
What is
no.
this?
So that's another D4. 1. As you're sort of feeling your entire lungs sort of just like tense up as you're like, this ain't good, this is awful, and now all the bubbles are gone, I won't be able to get anything, and I'm still seeing and just nothing, it's just pitch black, and I've been going for quite a few meters. It's very unpleasant.
I guess I only have one option, and it's to try again to see if I can save my life. Come on now. Nope.
No.
Bam, bam, bam.
Even worse, you don't feel any water clashing against air, so there would be no air bubbles to create. As you are underwater, you are feeling very, very close to the brim of this moment. As you can either attempt to go back, or you can try to push on.
Nah, there's only one option. We must go forward.
Very well. Roll me move speed.
Didn't tell that was me slapping my hand against my head.
Nah. As you attempt to continue forward, you still can see nothing in the dark. Your air is running out, and you are now starting to feel a great deal of pain in your lungs. As this happens, I want you to roll me one last endurance check. Okay. So, you got an 11. Now, I will now roll a d4 for every like so many every basically minute that you are underwater. Oh. Well, thanks to that, plus the on top of the original damage that you've taken, you are now unconscious with -1 health. As you black out underwater.
Oh my god.
Whilst, meanwhile, at the Legion of Land, it has been about 3 minutes since Kaio went underwater. You have not seen any bubbles, you've not seen anything. He just went there, and you haven't seen him since.
Just start shouting, help! Help!
I guess roll charisma.
Okay.
It's all about
Actually-
machismo.
I've only got the +1 for this, so this is great. I'm afraid you're dying today, KO. Oh no, maybe not.
As one of the guards comes and asks what is going on.
Well, see, my friend, he fell down the well and he hasn't come up. Just help.
Okay. There's not much we can do. Not many of us have the ability to breathe underwater. I guess we have to just hope that one of us can... Hope that he floats to the surface eventually. Perhaps we can find someone who can breathe underwater, or perhaps someone who is natural with manipulating water.
Yeah.
Do we know anyone like that? As another guard just comes up. I'm just gonna roll a severity check. No, not at all. Awesome. Okay. Well, don't worry.
Well-
Someone will come along. Eventually. Why did he jump in the well?
I don't know. He just said that there was something down there and he went down there. And I mean, he's a hydrokinetic. I thought he would be fine. I don't know. Oh god, is there any way that I can lower myself down there? Maybe try and grab him?
I mean, it's dark down there. It's water, and we'd rather more people jump into our water.
Wait,
So,
can I roll an intelligence? Does Dago have night vision?
I guess roll intelligence.
Do I know anybody who would? I mean, I know Tack does, but Tack is at the museum.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
I did say that on the first time whenever he's asking
It's
my
an intelligence roll regardless.
No, I'm not intelligent.
You can't remember anyone who has
You're
night vision.
panicking too much.
You're panicking too much, so you can't even remember if you know anyone at all who has ever had night vision. Or the ability to manipulate or breathe underwater.
I think that I'm just gonna say, well, do we have a light or something? Anything I can just maybe feel my way around.
Torches don't exactly work underwater.
Yeah, but is there anyone who knows dancing lights or something?
They both look at each other, look back at you, and just go, "What's that?"
Well, dancing lights. It's like a simple spell that you can illuminate things. You can even.
We don't have a lot of magic here.
Oh, great.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Dago, Dago, you have been told by these people, or by at least 2 or 3 of them, that they would be at least adequately okay with you coming on a hunting trip within the next couple of days with them. But the elf is not so happy with the idea.
Neither am I, not with him.
Fair enough.
Well, Dago has come for what Dago has done what he came here to do. And that way, just kind of jump off his wee stool, elegantly as he can, and go towards the door.
Gringar helps you out as he opens the door for you.
Yes.
Perhaps you can bring Monk. He is quite interesting.
Dago bring whole brood.
Very well. The more the merrier. As he goes to close the door, you can just hear, just in the background, the elf just go, "Oh, for goodness sake, Gringar."
Stupid pointy-eared Tallman.
So where is
He
where
says
is
that
it?
under his breath.
Oh yeah, yeah. So where is it that you're going next?
What? Time of day is it now?
It's about 3 p.m.
I might attempt to stealthily, like essentially, like what's the case? Is that the term they use in heisting?
Yeah, yeah.
Stealthily
Check
case
out.
the joint. Check it out. Yeah.
Case the Balfour's joint. Because I mean, they never said specifically yes or no to the heist plan.
I mean, they definitely said
just a-
no.
Yeah, so he said no. Yeah.
Ether said no. Monk was all for it. I've heard. So it was never 50 a vote.
That's
what I'm hearing.
that's practically the amount of what is it? The amount of investment. There we go.
Investment.
Yeah, okay. That's practically the amount of investment I need to actually do this. So,
Yes.
all right then.
There was no decision, therefore it's okay.
I guess. Well, you can roll investigation and insight as well as perception. To have a look.
All three of
around.
those.
One of the 3 of those.
Well, I mean, they're all the same.
Okay. And obviously, if you
That's
want...
a 7.
Okay. It's too tall. You can't see with all those high walls and windows.
Really?
Eventually, you hear someone just go, "Now, what the hell are you doing?" As you just turn around and you just see Belthor.
I should have rolled stealth.
Yep.
Bollocks. I knew as soon as you were about to speak, I should have said, I roll stealth. No.
What are you doing outside my place now, boy?
Dag was just standing straight still, just looking up at him. Just
You're
hoping that if he
looking-
stares long enough, he'll go away.
You looking for me, or you were hoping to see some of your friends? Cause you alone. You know, you're awful creepy. As he stares at you for a little bit longer. Alright, well, you better come on in. If you're looking for somewhere to hide on out, or if you want to see something, I guess you might as well stay with me until your friends get back. Come on.
Yeah, you're far away from where I'm shouting for help, aren't you? So.
Oh, yeah, he won't be.
I mean-
here.
Oh
I
God.
don't have your elfin ears.
I'm sorry, Co. I think this might be the
Um,
end.
As he unlocks the door, he just goes, "Well, come on now. Let's not stand on ceremony."
Well, I'm gonna go in, and can I case the place from the inside stealthily?
I mean, it's not really stealthily at this point. He knows that you're there. You're just now with him
I mean-
as he's sort of guiding you.
I mean,
in.
like
You can-
surreptitiously.
you can roll perception. I mean, whether he knows that you're casing the joint or not doesn't really matter, considering why would he ever...
That's another 7.
That's another 7, yeah. No. You're just kind of still like, I can't believe I got caught. Stare at man, and also stare at man and hope that he does not think that I was trying to case joint. And then every now and again you go, "Oh, I should be looking at the joint." Look over, and then he just goes, "So, boy, why exactly, what exactly, I heard that your people are from certain clans. What clan are you from?"
He just like tilts his head at this. Like, what is this guy saying?
I mean, as in, what do you call them? You call them the little nests that you guys have. Does your family nest? Does your family nest have some kind of name or clan or title?
Again, just confusion.
I guess not. As we now come back to Monk, as you open the scroll and you start seeing you start seeing ink glow, almost like little embers, as the entire blank page becomes enlightened with black ink forging itself on the page as if it's fire burning in imprints. As all of the ink starts embering up into reality, the dark ink shows an entire thing written, as it says at the top, contract. And it starts writing more and more as it starts going down and down until it gets to the bottom of the page.
Omar. A contract of this kind. Acting like he knows what he's talking about.
I'm sorry, did you just say contract? That would make this thing one of the most valuable pieces in the entire museum. If that is true, anyway. May I have a look?
Stay back, it hasn't fully unleashed itself yet.
Okay. Are you doing this because that you don't know if it's gonna hurt him, or are you doing this because you don't want him to touch it?
Technically both. Like, I assume that he might not be powerful enough to take it.
Okay. Fair enough. So it's actually more concern for him and the contract rather than process.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to sort of know what the context was here. Fair enough. Tack, you're also seeing this. Is he just sort of like, he does actually seem a little concerned. Is like, hold on. I don't know what's going on here. And
does it continue to kind of unveil itself, or is it done?
it finally unveils itself. All of the ink is finished. The whole thing is perfectly written out.
What does it say?
What does it say, did you say?
Yeah, can I read it?
Yes. It's actually written up in... It's actually written up in plain old common, or Baton.
Nice.
In other words, English.
English.
As I assume that you're reading this, it says,
Yep.
I hereby agree to the terms that have been set by the demon. That has exchanged over. I will be receiving, and you see, it says I will be receiving 50 platinum coins, a magical power, alongside with a longer lifespan, so that I can forego the previous issues and the transgressions that have befallen my unfortunate lifetime. With this contract, I do so state and claim that my soul will be eternally in the servitude and the incarceration under the demon that holds this contract and who has signed away. As you start reading, you get to the point of which that it says the demon known as, and it's then signed in Infernal. It's signed in a language that you have not seen before. Afterwards, it continues on. I will pledge my entire servitude, my soul, and the further fruits of my existence. Here so stand my name, and then the name is written in Elven. As we now cut back to you,
Which one?
Sir?
Ether.
Me.
Sorry, Ether and Kaio. Kaio, as you have gone unconscious, and you are underwater. I'm just now going to roll the extra d4, as you are now on -2 health, as you are slowly drowning.
Oh, okay, right. I know. I think I have an idea. Well, first I'm going to roll creativity.
Okay.
To find a creative solution to this. Oh,
16. What is your creative solution?
Well, I'm going to. Is there a rope and a bucket around
There is
here?
indeed, as there is the pail and also the rope that allows.
He's going to attempt
Alright.
to empty the well.
No, I'm going to Well, no. What I'm going to
I'd love
do
to
is
just see
like.
that. Roll nerve. Okay, you're now in a panic. That is what you have come up with. Sorry,
That's
go on.
what I'm gonna do is like it's another bucket. I'm gonna tie because the shield is around is here, so I'm going to like create a shield like sort of a like a thing to carry bodies, right?
Oh, okay.
So I can put him on there. I'll just go down with there. I've got the 2 guards with me. I can get the way down there, try and at least feel around, see if I can feel him and get him out of there. Put him up on there and on the shield to get him back to get him up to the surface, and then they'll
Roll me-
lower it down again.
Roll me crafting so that you obviously do this. Tighten the rope. Make sure that's all
Fantastic.
secure.
Okay, where is my crafting modifier? It's only got 2. Got
Just
2.
to quickly ask, Kane,
No, it's got 1.
what
yeah.
is your character's move speed? Is it
Alright.
is it 27 meters or 22 meters? For Kaio's move speed. Is that
27.
27. Okay. All right. Okay, so So Ether, you succeed with that. Yeah, you tighten it up. And I assume that you dive down?
Yeah, with the with the shield. I mean, the guard. I've explained this to the guards.
Okay.
I assume. I'm doing
They're not
doing
happy
this
with
as
it,
well.
but at this point you're in such a panic. You're like, I have no time. Or are you just going, okay, well, I guess we could wait, or...
I would say, no, I'm going, we have no time.
Okay. As you just
We
dive
must
on in.
try.
Roll endurance.
Oh, this is awesome.
You knew this was coming.
I knew this was coming, but at least I will turn around if I end up dying, so shit.
Okay, so you also have a D4. You have 2 minutes as you dive on down.
Alright.
Eventually, the light leaves the sight of your eyes as you are in pitch black darkness. Roll perception to attempt to feel around in the dark.
For God's sake!
As you're feeling around in the dark, another minute passes. I shall now roll this time a D6. As you have lost this time, Kaio, 4 extra points of health. So you are now on a total damage of 19 out of I think 30. No, 26.
Oh, we're close.
Yeah, you are close.
Dumbest character death, close. Here we go, guys.
Dumbest
No, that's
character
great.
death. So as this is going on, we actually cut back to you. We actually now cut back to you, Dago, as Belthor is like sitting in the back room with you, as he's just pouring like some tea. It's like, now, do you enjoy tea or any other sort of concoctions?
Ego, no.
Very well.
They will like put his hand out to take a cup.
As he pours you a cup of tea and then just sits down. So, you're probably wondering why exactly it is that I asked you to get that scroll.
Maybe.
Well, there's almost no hope for it now, so might as well tell you. It's a contract. A demon's contract. Very rare to see one. Roll me a world knowledge or power knowledge. And it's up to you if you want to roll disadvantage based on where you have lived.
I mean, either way, I'm probably going to fail this because it's still a -1 to the D20 roll. What's a 15?
You remember hearing or overhearing someone talking about demon deals. Demons and certain fiends and wraiths can actually make deals with humans. Or at least deals with mortals. When they do so, they can give something and in return they get something back. It's a magical contract, but pretty much you've never heard of a physical contract. Like it's more like a metaphor, or even like a. It's similar to like when someone promises something. It's like, yeah, you have written this unwritten agreement, so here we go. Sort of like a blood pact or something. You know that sometimes demons get more power from it, but sometimes it's usually either something like a mortal soul, or just, oh, at the end of this I get your magical power, something. You just know that they can make deals and they can get something in return from it. But you've never heard of them actually having a physical contract.
Okay.
As he just says, so, you can already realize that this is quite a rare item, of course.
Yes.
It is of great importance that I get it for one particular reason. 700 years ago, a man came before a demon, and he asked for riches, for power, for the capability of making his life anew. 700 years ago, to this day, I've been looking for that contract. Because I want to tear that shit up. Destroy it before the demon ever gets to it. I needed you to bring me back that box because it's warded. That box was designed by my father. The contract is almost indestructible by most means, but I know how to destroy it.
Why you want break contract anyway?
Because the man's name on that contract is my grandfather, Grelthor. By the way, do you laugh in universe?
Yes. That's a very stupid name.
Yeah, fair enough.
Grelthor.
I assume that you don't partake in the usual concepts of names, but it's a family name. The Thorin family name has been passed down to many generations. Grelthor.
Yes. Why won't kill grandfather?
It is not to kill him, it is to set him free from a demon. You see, my father and I wanted to set him free, but not long after my grandfather died, my father died of a very similar situation. And I believe that in the contract's fine prints, he gets hold of all of the souls of my grandfather's descendants. So in other words, I'm on that list. So I need that contract, and I need to perform exactly what I need to destroy it. Before that demon comes a knocking on those doors. Before those
Roll
idiots...
insight.
Yeah, roll it.
Because this sounds somewhat like a lot of baloney, but it could be true.
He seems like he's telling the truth.
Eh.
With an 11, he seems like he's telling the truth. As he says,
Okay.
before those idiots up in their little robes attempt to open the box, because all demons can track their own contracts. I mean, heck, it's a part of their physiology. He only made that physical contract to mock us. My father was able to steal it from him. So, you see now why the situation is so dire. I'm middle-aged for my own kind, but my father was struck down before he even reached this kind of age. He was young when he had me, but my grandfather, he was well past it. He expanded his life by an extra 700 years or so. But after he died 100 years ago, and my father not long after him, it was very obvious that the demon had done something. So because of that, I need that scroll back.
Diego takes a sip of the tea as he thinks.
It
And
is.
promptly spits it back into the tea.
It is rather sweet, but it is obviously not made out of any kind of meat or creature. No,
So
nothing died to give you this tea.
How dare
Except
you?
leaves.
It's
So
just
he
wasted.
Virgie takes a sip, and then just back
No,
into the cup, and then sits it
you
down.
can do it like not, can do it in some more of a polite way where you just slightly open your mouth and it just pours out like bleh.
I'm like a mother bird.
Yeah, just bleh.
Yeah.
I like the idea. I like the idea that you do actually spit it out, but you actually like fire it directly into the cup, and he's got like one eyebrow raised as he looks at you, as he just like sips his tea, and he goes, "Thank you for at least spitting it back in the cup, at least."
Well, you Ego could try steal from museum. At Dago need funds.
Yeah,
Need gold.
I suppose so. Regardless, I
Need
think
buy
it's-
equipment.
I think it's too late for me now. I think there's only one thing I can do left. I think I'm
Dago
gonna
all
have to
money?
try what? No, you damn fool! I think the only thing that I have left is to try and pull one final, well, hail Kovar and just get right into it. There's not much left for me going now. But if I can stop those icy grips of the demons clutching at my soul, that would be great. As we now cut back to the museum, you are reading this object, and it just says "and signed by," and then it's written in Elven. As you are not a person who knows of any of the other languages.
I don't know Elven, but I know that there is an elf who wanted this.
Yes. Roll intelligence.
Oh, yes.
Even
Big
I'll even
brain
allow
time.
ingenuity for this as well.
As can I look over his shoulder? Can I actually read the abyssal, being a tiefling?
It's infernal, or that it's demonic. It's demonic chant. However, unless if you actually took that as one of your trades or as your main base language, I'm afraid not.
Okay, never mind.
Even with my -2, I'm onto it.
Yeah, you're like, hang on a second. So an elf wanted this, and this is written in Elven. Suspicious?
Yes, Monk clears his throat slowly,
What did
placing
you
it back in the
find?
box.
You put it back in the box.
Yep.
What are you doing? As you close the box, it just clicks. You do know that I can't get into that, right?
And who exactly brought this box to your attention? How did you get it here? I know that there was that traveling sort of merchant or
Well, the travelers brought it to us. They brought it to our attention once they brought it. However, I think the travelers are still here. I think they're waiting for their payment. Out back. Perhaps could you open that box again, please?
Well, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Excuse me?
Do you happen to know anything about demons and their contract?
Oh, well, I know that is anti demon warding and celestial warding, but of course, I'm of course understood in the verses of demons and tieflings and all other things celestial and magical. We are part of the Historians Guild. We would be remiss if we did not know at least some things of the demons and their language and tongue and their powers.
Well, I'm no expert.
I want
but
to
it's
insight.
certainly-
I want to insight check what he's saying. As why can't he touch the box?
Yeah, he already said this, but he's a fire genasi. So
No.
he has some kind of magical physiology
Alright.
that stops him from.
But I still want to see if that's really the reason he's.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, insight.
If he's telling the truth about why he wants.
I know you cut out, so I didn't know if you know that. So I just thought I'd let you know before.
No, I missed that. Sorry.
No,
There is definitely something more going on here.
You can tell that he is in fact well versed, and he's. It looks as though he's more nervous because he's thinking, "I'm not ever going to get in that box again." And my job is to get in that box, or I want to get in that box, and he's starting to sound very flustered.
But what my insight was, is what he's saying the real reason? Am I getting vibes that what he's saying might not be the real reason why he wants to get in that box? And it's not just because it's his job.
The real reason why is completely unbeknownst to you, other than further looking into it by questions. But practically, he does seem to be telling the truth.
Okay. Continue.
But yes, can I, Mr. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was it again? Mr. Human?
Yes, it's Mr. Human.
Well, that actually was a pretty good guess. But nevertheless, could you please open the box now?
What, and let the evil inside of it out into this small, quaint town?
Now, we don't know if the contract is evil.
Well, it seems to be binding some kind of elf soul to a demon, so that seems pretty evil to me.
You're telling me that this is an actual real soul contract?
Yes.
He then just gets right up in your business. Amazing! This is possibly the most incredible thing that has ever come into our possession. You must open it. You must!
Look, I don't know if it's dangerous, like it might trap you into a contract or something.
That's not how contracts work. Now, if you any idea what we could be seeing down, this could be the most fascinating thing that we have ever found in this town. The most scientifically amazing thing. Demon contracts only ever come up once in 1,000 years. We've never seen something like this before. Open it.
Well, you see...
Again, I want to insight to see if he's generally excited by the scientific side of it, or whether it's...
Yeah, you can insight it, and whilst you're inciting it, what is your response to this again, Monk?
If it's binding someone's soul to it, then doesn't it being here, it's still intact, mean that that person is still trapped?
Well, yes, of course. That's part of the value of it, of course.
Are you saying that destroying a contract might set one free from a demon's possession?
Well, possibly. I've heard legends of this, but I have not actually seen it in practice. Of course, according to legend, the contracts are not exactly easy to destroy. But of course, if you would just open the box, it would be ever so...
There's an elf in this town who wants
there are many elves and half-elves and quasi-elves, but open the box and let me see.
I'm not done yet.
You then just see like Tack on your shoulder, just a hand just grabs your shoulder as the other cloaked figure that was looking at papers is now next to you.
Hi. I'm going to act calm. But I'm getting ready for to move and do stuff because I'm getting really weird vibes off of this, and although my insight last time was bad, I'm still from the last one. I'm still sort of like I'm getting weird vibes off this. So yeah, I'm going to act like I'm just being normal, or normal for me, but I'm in alert status.
As the tiefling looks at you, you just hear a voice. I don't suppose that you are with this man.
Go on.
Well, it seems as though he's causing quite a kerfuffle.
Just seems like he's doing what he's doing. I mean, if it weren't for him, you wouldn't even have this contract or even know it was a contract. So
Perhaps. Excuse me, sir. You seem to be causing a lot of issues with my colleague. Please, open the box for him.
I'm just going to look at Monk and just shake my head very, very slowly. Like, this is the first time you've seen me serious ever. No, with my background and stuff, I should kind of know about this sort of thing.
I'll shoot back a
Joe?
serious glance at Tack.
You don't, because you're like the closest thing that you have is like your family are tieflings. They're half demon. The closest thing that you have in relation to a family of demons is actually your mother, who is actually a sea demon. But you've never known her to make contracts or deals with people. So this is all new to you.
Okay. I'm still alert because people are acting weird.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even for me. So I might not shake my head, but I am going to look at Monk with like a, what the fuck is going on?
I can open this box, however. What would you do with the contract?
Well, put it in the museum. Study it. Read every ounce and every piece of all of the information of it. Study its magical auras and essence and see what exactly makes it tick. Figure it out and place it on a fabulous piece. Of course, keeping it well guarded so that then others don't try to get their hands on it, but I do see the value in this object, and you shall open it. It is part of the Historians Guild way to keep history and learn of magical items and artifacts and the ancients.
Hi, did you just say you're gonna put it on display?
Well, of course, we are a museum after all.
So, just getting this straight in my head. A contract, which you say is really, 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 really rare, that has someone's soul attached to it, that was protected by magics that stopped any kind of fiend or celestial touching it, that probably the person who's in the contract and the person who made the contract would very much like to have back. Not even including the people that know that this is now a contract and would want to get that contract because it's money. And you want to tell everyone that it's a contract, put it on display, and actually show it to people.
Well, when you try and put it like that in such a simplistic manner, I guess
you're just looking to get robbed, aren't you?
I mean, well, have you not ever seen a museum? We have all sorts of pieces of gold and silver and platinum objects and items, legendary weaponry. There are all sorts of things that we have in our vaults, off in the main cities' capitals, but we
in your vaults. So you don't have those things on display.
Well, this would be an incredible discovery. We can't just not let the public see it. Now, open it, human, Mr. Human. Open it now.
Okay,
Has the other one still got his hand on my shoulder?
Yes, they have.
Yeah, I'm just going to use one of my other hands just to like pick it up by the wrist and sort of take it off my shoulder.
Yeah, as you do so, it's just like they're sort of like their arm just is really light and dainty, and then the hand just drops by their side. That's just it. You don't really. There's like minimal force to this.
Do I get a weird sensation out of that? Like, is that abnormally light? Like, it was lighter than I expected, and like there was no resistance to it.
Yes, but not exactly like as if it's that sort of thing of like when you pick up a mug that you can't see the liquid in, you assume that it is heavier than it is or lighter than it is.
Okay.
But yeah, it is still kind of strange and unfamiliar. Monk, what is your plan? Are you going to open the box, or are you going to try and do something with the box, or?
I am thinking. Alright, I will stand back. I don't know what. I don't know much about these contracts, but I would like to learn. So
Well, why don't you just open it and we will see, won't we?
yes. I stand back with the box and open it up again.
I'm actually going to. I'm just going to say, I wouldn't do that. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I didn't know if Monk wanted to say anything. So you just open the box then, yeah, Monk.
Yes, I want to take out the contract again and have another look. The signature, right?
I'm keeping a very sharp eye on the Genasi guy.
Okay, so you open it. You take the contract out. Do you keep it rolled up or do you open it?
I'll sort of slowly let it unroll as I kind of try and dip my thumb into the sack of, well, the sort of water skin of Dago's blood. I'll move my hand out and yes, well, I don't think this contract could easily be destroyed, but I wonder what would happen if you were to deface the signature.
I'm sorry, the what now?
Well, if you were to deface the signature, I wonder what would happen.
Yes, interesting theories. Possibly an interesting thing to do when there are more of them. Now, please, if you could just hand that over ever so slightly, ever so carefully.
So I'm kind of like holding the slide with all of the writing on it towards me and away from them. I just want to kind of like smear my thumb across the signature with blood.
Okay. As he's just like, what are you doing? And you slide.
I'm just reading.
As you slide the thumb, the blood immediately starts singeing up and just sort of just dissipating.
That's what I thought.
Okay, very funny. Now it's time to give me that. As you just hear sort of like some weird sort of whispering. Tack specifically, I'm gonna say, Bill, you would have to roll a perception for this, but Tack, you can hear the girl whispering something.
The girl.
Yeah, the tiefling next to you can just hear her whispering something. Monk, you can now hear her whispering something, and she starts walking towards you very slowly. You almost can't hear their footsteps.
I'm going to, and this is a very bad idea. But I'm going to, because she stepped in front of me now.
Yes, yeah, or at least past you.
Yeah, I'm going to bear hug her with all four hands, with at least one hand over her mouth.
Okay, fair enough. as you just hear the whispers and just immediately silenced, as the Genasi just looks over and is like, "What are you doing? Damn it, give me that contract!" As he just tries to reach for you, Monk.
Mm.
I'm like,
I kind of just want to put it back in the box.
there's some weird. Yeah, put it back in the box. There's some weird shit going on here.
Roll me finesse or dexterity, just to try and pop it back in the box before it gets to you. And, I mean, that's a 20, but I will roll just in case. Yep, no, definitely. Yep, I only got a 13. As you pop it back in the box, no! As it clicks down and just...
My secret technique, back in the box.
Grabs the box as you close it. It's like, trying to get his fingers into the latch, and then you just hear the clonk of the mechanism of the lock inside, and he just gets blasted back over to the other side of the room, and a massive smash and crash as just a load of noise is heard. Meanwhile,
What's happened? What's happened to the girl? What's happened to the girl I'm holding?
I was about to say, roll grapple. You can obviously roll with advantage.
I can.
Yes, because you're using all 4 arms.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
It's one of the advantages of having loads of hands.
It is. But I'm not very strong. 8.
And I'm going to see if this works.
Yay!
Beautiful.
As you're holding her, and she's just like trying to wriggle out, just sort of like, as
I'm
you
sorry,
then-
Mr. Curator. Your intentions, I'm sure, are in this historical field, but
I'm going to
you're
start.
probably
I'm going to
freaking
start.
out.
I'm going to start backing. Now that it's back in the box, I know that he can't get anywhere near that contract, but I'm still worried about her. So I'm going to pull her, if I can, out of the room with me.
Meanwhile,
out.
just at the back of you, behind the door, you then hear 2 guards that you passed when you came in here, just going, "What's all that then? What's going on?" And you just start hear them fumbling at the door.
That noise.
As we now cut back to Dago and Belthor as it goes, "So you understand, I need to get that contract. Could do with your expertise of stealth. And of course, if you're a sorcerer, you might have a few tricksy little magic tricks up your sleeve."
We'll have plan. But Dago need money to buy equipment.
I can understand that. Now, of course,
Need shovel.
I could perhaps help you with finding a little something extra. You see, I know that you guys are adventurers, and I don't really much care for what you want to do after this job, but if you help me, I can definitely give you some money, maybe anything from my store, or perhaps even something greater. Maybe a promise of some sort of a favor, or even, perhaps, a little goodbye present of the demon's blood. You see, that stuff goes for a lot of money, especially if you were to sell it. Now, I have a small amount of demon's blood on me. I've never wanted to sell it. But if you sold it to that, he rolls his eyes, damned museum, you could definitely be getting yourself a pretty penny.
Why not sell blood to museum for contract?
They would never take it. The contract is worth way more than almost anything else in that entire museum. Especially because that it was a contract that actually has a date on it, 700 years or so. That means that it's actually got authentication. Because of that, it's probably going to be one of the oldest contracts that people will be able to get off of it. And the demon who holds the contract, or at least the demon who signed it and created it, he's probably named himself made a big name for himself now. So he'll be even more famous. It's kind of like an autograph. Gets better with age and with appropriation, if you catch my drift.
Not really. But I go good. No ideas. I go that. He just kind of stops and thinks of the word reappropriating.
Then in that case, let's go and find your friends. Do you know where any of them went?
They do not think they like reappropriating. May not need.
Nevertheless, I might particularly know a guy who might be able to intrigue them enough for them to continue on. So now cut back to Kaio. Kaio, this time, let's roll that d6.
Juicy d4. Can we? Oh no.
So you are now on. You now have 3 points of health left before you are actually dead, as you are drifting in the darkness. You hear a voice say to you, "This is not your time, my son. Dying in this manner would be inappropriate, to say the least. What is it that haunts you so much? Let go of it. And even greater now, remember, your heritage is more important. You're not just a child of the sea. You are royalty to it. You command it." As we now come back to Ether. Ether, roll me. Well, okay. So you're okay. So you have 1 minute left.
Yeah, I've got 1 minute left. Yeah. Is it possible for me to roll survival and then, perception? See if that could help me, like, what I do in water situations when, perhaps, a villager is drowning.
I'm afraid,
in dark water.
I'm
No.
afraid not, especially considering there's not much else that can help you in this situation since you've dove under and there's no water to. There's no air, or at least you can't see any air pockets that would allow you to be able to breathe or survive or anything. At this point, your ability to feel out the situation is going to help. So I guess roll perception yet again.
I mean, yeah. Perception yet again. Here we go. Perception yet again. Come on. Yes! Hallelujah!
You find that you find a tunnel, and you don't actually bang your head on it. As you find the tunnel, you continue going further and further, but you then suddenly feel the rope stop. You have reached the limit of this rope. You cannot go any further with the shield. You will have to go in on your own, into the further darks of this tunnel.
Fuck it, let's do it. I'm
Roll
gonna have
me
to get him.
Move speed.
Alright, here we go.
We're not going to lose you yet, man. At least not on your own.
As you continue further at 11, that's exactly what.
Oh my god! Thank God.
As you keep going, you finally bump into something, and it feels like a body. It feels like something that is floating around with you, and it is shuddering and it is seizing, like almost like as if it's having a fit.
Well, I'm gonna pull it out.
Roll me strength or labor.
Well, I'm gonna have to go for stroke because it's exactly the same.
Actually, do you have? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have anything in or out of labor?
No, I just -2 to knockout, really. So
Okay,
just. Alright, come on. Oh my god!
It is very difficult to be able to do this. It is very difficult to be able to move whilst you are holding someone else this weight level and weight class, and it is very difficult to swim whilst this body is seizing. As Kaio, you suddenly are in this vision of water yet again, as you see Poseidon standing in front of you, and he says, "You are my child. Now it's time to act like it. You need to take a long look at yourself and embrace who you are. You are not just a paladin of my name, but you are also my child." And I want you to roll me a SP.
Oh boy.
Nope. As we now come back to, the guards are starting to like bang on the door. Back in the museum, they're starting to bang on the door and they're starting to get really pissed. Open this door! As they realise, hang on a second, it was never locked, and they just barge open and they just see you holding this woman, and then just a pile of just stuff broken on the floor, with one of the guys knocked out, and Monk in front of the box.
Help us, guards! There's the threat of a demon in here.
I was literally about to write that.
I guess roll deceit, and
Can I help him with it? Because I'm like, they're possessed. Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Help me with her. She's possessed.
Roll. Both of you roll deceit.
Oh my god.
The path of chaos is not one of morality. Monk, no. Monk with a 4.
Well, technically, can I? I mean, it doesn't make much difference, but mine is actually persuasion, because that's actually what I think she is.
I mean,
that's why I grabbed her.
It still would have to be. I'm afraid.
I mean, it doesn't make much difference because I don't have a bonus in either. But
okay, so as you do so, it's this thing of like, oh, help us, guards, and they're like, what? You're an idiot if we're gonna bill it, and then you go, they're possessed. Oh, that suddenly makes a lot more sense. Thank you. As they immediately take the woman out of your hands, tie her up.
I let her. As soon as they have hold of her, I let her go. As I'm like, whoa, and I'm like, she's backing up.
She's just like, no, you don't understand. Get off me, get off. As they like cuff her, as she just goes, no. As like you can just hear like a monstrous voice just screeching out of her. And they're just like, cuff the other one, get these citizens out of here. I don't know why they're here. Get them out.
I quickly say to the guards, I'd gag them both if I were you, because they were doing some weird whispering shit.
Thank you, citizens. Right, get out of here. You, Monk, what are you doing?
He's with me. He stopped the other one from getting to this very dangerous thing. Now I'm pointing to the box.
Very well. Well, get out. Get both of you. Get out. They seem both very preoccupied with both of these people now, as they're just sort of wrestling them to the ground.
Get the box out of here, I guess.
Are you just going to try and steal the box?
Yeah, just finesse it into my my robes.
just sort of like undercarry it in your shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. Roll finesse. If this works, this is going to just be brilliant.
Let's
25! Go. Damn! Let's go! Yeah, as you just put it in your robes and just run away, as you both get out, and basically the elf is like, what is going on here? They've been possessed! Stop resisting! As they just like immediately just start like hitting these guys, these nerds, against the floor, as they're like cuffing them, and they're like gagging them with just like, you don't really know what it is. You assume that it is just some kind of like cloth that they find, and it's just, you guys have already gone before this guy gets in. But then as you get into the main reception, as you're starting to run through the museum, you get to the main reception. It's like, where do you think you're going? Why are you running?
Demons! The demons have possessed your staff.
What? I'm sorry. What?
No time. We have to run.
Roll move speed, both of you.
Well, that didn't go as
Um,
expected.
I'm not. When
He
it went,
gets
it
one
went
last thing
precisely
in.
as I.
He gets like one last thing in before you leave, as he just says like, "Wait, damn you! I will remember you." as the two of you just run away.
I wasn't planning on running away, but yeah, that went pretty much as much as I expected it to, but better
Yep.
after he started
As-
acting weird.
As Alex, we come back to you and Ether. You and Kaio. As Ether, you have now run out of air, and you are now taking 1d6 of damage.
Oh no.
That
Oh,
is
it's alright.
1 point.
No,
Yeah,
because I still haven't healed up.
You
Yeah.
two have been so bloody lucky with this drowning.
Very lucky.
Joe, do you have to
I
roll
wouldn't
mine as
Say
well now? Or...
lucky. This is the
Yes,
unluckiest
since-
situation ever.
Really, Joe
You
rolled
Three,
both
three,
jumped in
three,
well on
three.
purpose.
So that is exactly
The
20,
irony.
exactly 23. As your character just starts drowning and then just stops moving just altogether.
Oh.
As it has made this easier for you to continue swimming, roll me labor.
Okay. Oh my god. So he's just fucking dead. He's just fucking dead. This is incredible.
Man who praised water
Dumbass.
died by water.
How
We
ironic.
are made men by the water, undone by the water.
I just simply returned to it, that's all.
Remember, what's dead can never die.
So as you get him to the shield and you sort of wrap it around him and like tug the rope and the guards pull you up, you're both out and he's just not moving. He's just
Okay.
still.
I'm gonna administer CPR.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
As you do so, I guess just roll strength.
Sorry.
I fucking hate you, Kane. I hate you so much. This is like
the one time that Alex could have been the greatest hero of them all, and you just fucking die on the. Oh, it was like every two. I want to point out to those who can't see it, every 2 rounds it increased, and it increased to a D8 this round, and I rolled it, and it was a 3 exactly. That's all he had left, and he was on minus 13. I want to point this out. He's so in total, you are, yes, I mean either dead or
Yes.
dying. You are very close. Oh wait, no, it would have to be a sum total of 26. So you're on 23. So you're not dead, but you are practically there, if not practically about to. As you go for CPR, I'm gonna say you don't have any medical training, so. Kane, would you like to roll me a fortitude on your rib cage?
awesome.
Come on. Aww.
16.
That's good. I'm gonna roll a severity. It's
Nice.
low, which is good. So, as that happens, Kane, I'm gonna ask you to roll me a survival this time.
Oh boy.
This is for the good outcome.
Will it be good?
No.
Okay, so nothing worsens. Well, I say nothing worsens. I mean, if you don't get breathing soon, you will be dead. But yeah, that was not enough of a.
Actually, how
shock
long
to your
do I
system.
have until?
One more rotation, and
Okay.
if you this time you get 3 or above, you will actually be confirmed dead. Because I misread it because it was like
Yeah.
you have 13 health. So when you get 13 damage, and I was like, oh yeah, double that, it'd be 23. No, it's not. It's 26, and yeah, you're at 26 like damage in total. So if you get 23 damage in total, so if you get 26, that's it. Your character's at minus 13 health, which means dead. So yeah, so anyway, so now we come back to the museum camp. Where are you heading off to, by the way? Because no one knew where to rendezvous.
I'm just following Monk. I have
I'm
no
going back
real idea
to
what's
wherever
going
I
on.
think the elf man is. Belfour.
Okay, in that case, you're probably going to go to his shop then.
Yes.
As
that
you
is
guys get
the
back
most
to
likely.
Belthor's shop, you notice that the door is unlocked.
Yeah, let's
Wait.
just go in.
Okay. As you go in, you then just Dago hear the bell ring as the door opens, as Belthor goes, "Well, I got customers. Well, let's get back to them." As he stands up, walks out, and just goes, "Well, hey, fellas, what the hell are you doing here?"
I believe we have brought something from hell to here.
It's a long story. Well, actually, no, it's not. We were at the museum.
You
There
were
was a weird thing.
You were at the museum?
Yeah, we paid to get in. And then we saw this Genasi guy who couldn't touch the box. He tried to get me to touch the box. I couldn't touch the box.
Do you mean that you saw the box? Did you open
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Monk did.
What was inside it?
I will pull out the box and open it myself in front of him.
You have the box all this time? As you open it,
yes, I have the box all this time.
He snatches this thing out of your hand once you get it out there and opens it. Oh, thank all of the gods. This is fantastic news. This is perfect. Now all I need is the final ingredients and I can set this thing on fire. Thank you, boys.
Just a thing. When we were at the museum, a demon did attack us. I mean, someone possessed by it anyway.
All right. Well, I need to get it started on this right away. He starts just looking through all of his shelves and cupboards, just throwing things around. Now I knew I kept the sage around here somewhere. Wolfsbane, that's somewhere else. Hysteria plant. Now where did I come up with that? A cross from a holy man. Don't ask how I got that. Blood of a celestial. Definitely don't ask how I got that. There was something else. Right. A silver pail. I need that. As he's just having a look around. So where are your other friends? Please don't tell me that they also got captured and died or something.
I just look at Monk and Dago's like, no, I didn't.
I really don't know where they went. Hopefully not sticking their heads in wells again.
Well, let's hope not. Although, I did hear something interesting. Apparently some crazy guy jumped himself into the well about half an hour ago or something. I don't know. It's been a while.
That's probably him.
Well, let's hope that he's doing well. Alright, here we go. All the ingredients. Alright, now the last thing that I need is blood from a cleric or paladin. Now I don't have that on me. I always was meaning to get that, but not a lot of clerics or paladins want to give up blood for free, you know? Where on earth am I?
We know a paladin. I could go find him.
Well, you better hurry up then. Let's just say this.
Yes.
The longer this thing is on the outside, the more
I'm not even listening to him. I've gone. I'm out the door, and I'm looking for...
Well, I'm glad that guy has so much drive. Let's begin. As Tack, you sort of start wandering around. I'm going to say roll intelligence.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you're just I think they said something about someone at a well.
Yeah.
Kaio likes the well.
Oh, he sure does. He sure does like that well.
So we now come back to you two.
Oh, God.
So,
Will you save me? Will I die? Let's
Ether,
find out.
what is your plan?
We can get your blood either way.
I mean, yeah. I don't really know how these potions work. Is it possible for me to, because he's got the potions.
I mean, I never told you about the second one.
That is true, you didn't.
Quick, feel him up.
I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't know whether to look on him, because you didn't have them prior, that's the problem.
I guess I'll just have to, I mean, because I've only got one rotation, I have to make this count. Like, could I
mean,
do
he could get a low roll. I mean, fair enough. He has what? A 2 out
One
of
in five
8.
things.
A 2 out of 8
Most of my
chance.
rolls today have been below 10, so take that one.
He has a 2 out of 8 chance of surviving, but he has a 6 in 8 chance of dying.
Do it. Come on.
This
Yeah.
seems very bad.
so just like, I mean, I guess I could search on him for something, and then like,
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll ingenuity.
I'm gonna have to roll ingenuity. It's just
to think of doing that, because again, in this panic, why would you
Yeah.
suddenly just start?
Yeah,
searching
exactly,
him because you don't know
exactly.
about it.
You only have 2
Oh, there we
actions. Make
go!
them count.
I'll allow it with a 15. Yeah, you think, all right, I'm gonna have to start searching him. Roll me an investigation.
Oh shit. Investigation 2.
Yep,
Yes.
okay, yeah, you search him quick enough. So you find a red potion.
Oh shit.
What is your plan? The red vial.
Fuck it. He's taken in enough water. I mean, I'll just have to like force feed it to him or something.
Okay.
So I can, so he can gain some health at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just opening his mouth and just pouring it in. At this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said it the way that you said it. All right. Okay. A 4 on severity. I'll allow it. As Kane, do you remember exactly how these work?
Yeah, I think it's just like it's either 5 or 10 points of health, and then I
believe
think
it's
like
10, and then it removes an ailment. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you are healed for 10 points, which then puts you down into minus nothing because you're on. You're now back from 23 to now 0. And it removes.
Well, for 10, I'd be -3, wouldn't I?
No, because you're on minus 10.
Oh,
So plus 10 is then put you at 0. Because as I said, the sum total damage that you took is 23. You have 13 health.
you're all right. Yeah.
So, roll me survival. This is to see if you wake up or if you're just still unconscious.
Of course.
You do, and I will give you 2d4s because it's a natural 20, folks. As you are awoken with 5 points of positive health, which means that your sum total of damage taken is now down to 8. As you are back to positive 5 health, and as you wake up and lean up, you just all of this water that has just been in your lungs as you just sort of like lung vomit and keep just coughing it out. As Tack, you arrive on scene and see this guy just vomiting out a load of water, and the elf just force fed him just a potion beforehand.
I've got like, just tears and mucus running down my face, as, just like I've seen hell, and I feel like I've made bargains with any gods that will have me just to save this bastard. I'm feeling many emotions.
I walk up like that's perfectly natural.
Just a regular Tuesday for us.
And just say, oh yeah, I hate that part when I have to breathe water. Anyway,
I'm not laughing in character, by the way. I'm laughing meta. My character is not laughing. I'm just like, really.
So
but it's true.
As that happens, I'm gonna say, Tack, do you just like, without even saying anything about what's just happened to them, do you just explain the situation, or do you actually like have a chat with them beforehand?
I explain that we need them back at the shop. I don't say anything else. Okay. Because there are the guards around. Okay. Are there not? So. But I do it in a typically Tack way of like, oh yeah, we gotta go to the shop.
One of the guards just sort of helps you up, Kaio, and he goes, no, normally we don't do this, but we are just going to say, since you did nearly die, we are letting you off. if you do this again, we're not going to save you, and we will persecute every member who tries to help you. Do not jump in our drinking well again.
Hey, you... And I'm looking at him with absolute, like, what the hell? Like,
I just walk off. I just head back to the shop.
I'm
don't
literally
say
badgering
anything.
you now. Like, can you not breathe water?
I'm just like, I just sort of like saying, like, I'm just telling you to look at Tax saying, he commands the water, and he almost drowned. That is...
Kaio, when you pick up the shield and untighten it, the water is glistening on the shield, and you see your reflection. As you do so, roll me insight or perception.
I swear, if I see those things again, the world will taste my wrath next time.
I swear to God. If you jump in there, I ain't coming down for you. I ain't going down for you. I ain't going down.
You see two shadows on the back of your on your back, just sort of like lift up as like two sort of like appendages on your reflection. But when you turn around, you see nothing on you. When you go back to look at the shield, just your reflection, nothing else.
As
I am just grabbing you at this point to say we're going to the shop.
That was my goal anyway.
As Ether says, he commands the water. I'm gonna say, well, I can do that, and I'm gonna use control water, at least attempt to use control water, just to pull all the water off them so they're dry.
Okay, roll for it.
Okay, so that is first a 15 plus required for druid. Yep, and then a 10 plus for finesse, which is just a straight roll. Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can add your dex and super dex to that and stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot the dex.
But yeah, no, it works. You just take off all of the water off of them.
I do that, and that literally just like plonk it on the ground, like the ball of water I have just on the ground. Go and sort of look at them like it's perfectly normal. Like him saying he can control the water is like so. I'm not even saying anything.
As a druid of the water, so could I.
Yes, and I'm just, I'm just like, I'm not even saying, I'm just sort of like, questioning all of my life's choices. My hair is a lot frizzier and drier because you've sucked out all of the moisture from it. So I've just been really blow dried, so it's even frizzier than normal. I'm just frayed, and I'm just sort of like, I just pick up my things and I'm just like, let's just go.
As you guys get back to Genuine Business General Store, you see that Belthor is darting around all over the shop as he goes, welcome, come in and we'll get started. Hello there, I'm sorry, I cannot remember your name for the life of me. You a tall bastard, aren't you? You are a paladin, if I am so inclined to believe.
You want my blood, right? Let's just get it over with.
Absolutely, as he just like jabs you in the arm with this little vial as it just soaks it up as it's like a little spring-loaded vacuum thing. Takes it and it just runs back off as it just goes, there we go, and it's time to start with the mixing, as he just gets like a little mortar and he just starts grinding it into this silver pail. It's like, fantastic. There we go, nice and squelchy. Oh yeah, there we go. As it's just like, he's making these sounds, noises, and phrases, and it's just like, why? Why are you saying this? As it's just like, perfect. And now the final ingredient. Some genuine... As he snaps both of his fingers as fire just ignites off of the tips of his fingers. Pyromancy from a wizard. As he drops the flames into the fire. And he then starts saying a phrase. Koru Kuchaka. Kuru Kuchaka. And then the fire erupts in light. Perfect! And now the final place. Thank you, my dear friend, Monk, for getting me this beautiful present, and I got you nothing in return. But do not worry, my friend. I will be giving you all of the rewards after this is all over. As he then takes the scroll, rolls it up, and he goes, I do this
Can I insight him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm getting weird vibes again.
Oh, I'm totally getting weird vibes.
Oh, you can insight him. The two of you can definitely insight him. Hell, any of you can insight him if you want.
I'm gonna insight because, well, I mean, I've just had like, a hugely traumatic experience for no reason.
Dago
And
a 10,
yeah,
Monk
yeah,
a
I'm gonna
6,
insight.
Tack a 12,
It's a 2 for me, so let me try it.
a
No,
5
I'm
from each.
too traumatized. I'm too traumatized to think of it.
Dago, he is just excited. Tack, he is overly eccentric, but yes, he is just excited. As he then just he puts the rolled up scroll to his face, pressed against his nose, as he just goes, I do this for my grandpappy, and I do this for my pa. Be free, the both of you. As he drops this scroll into the fire, as it just ignites, as screaming comes from the flames. As this horrible scream, the fires create black smoke that engulfs around the ceiling, as the flame is just sort of like a jet, as it blasts up this pressurized flame, as it almost touches the ceiling. Burn! Eventually the fires die down, and you all hear whispers.
Are they the same whispers that I heard before in the museum? The same? Do they sound similar?
I'm going to say roll me history, which is under intelligence.
Beautiful.
And Bill, you can also do this because you were the only other person who heard it.
Oh yes, our intelligence is truly the greatest.
Yeah, with -2 to history.
Don't forget
Big
some good old
brains.
history. Damn, that's actually
Big
roll.
brains.
Damn, that's a horrifically bad one. Yes, it is the exact same chanting, or at least it sounds roughly the same. Tack. Monk, you don't even recognize. It's oh, whispers, cool. As then the whole thing is over and just goes, pats himself down as he sort of just opens up his coat and just sort of looks at his bare chest. Okay, I don't feel much different, but I do feel a little warmer. But that could have been the fire that we just set off in my own little home.
You get gold yet?
Then looks in the bucket. Every single thing is gone. The contract is gone. Fantastic! As he just picks up Dago and kisses him on the snout. Wah! You fantastic people, you. Whatever you want, anything. Name your price. I will give it to you for free.
Vomits furiously on the ground.
I'll even clean that up without even charging you for it. Anything. You name your price, I will give it to you. You are my friends.
Okay, first of all,
we need a lot of money because we might need to skip town after this.
Done. Already. 5 gold each.
okay. Also, deal with Jeremiah. I mean, he is your friend, and you did treat him really badly. So
Already
come on, at
treated
least
him
give
for
him a new
that. I
leg.
gave him a prosthetic
Shovel!
and everything. They're already doing that. That's why I went out earlier the last few hours. I've been doing that. Do not worry. I needed him to be in my employment. That friend is getting a pay rise.
Good.
He's
good.
like dancing, he does the little jump self-heal kick thing. It's like, woohoo! Freedom at last!
Also, do you have anything I could wrap around my wrists or anything?
Absolutely, we have many different cloths and clothes, all sorts of different things. And oh, I did listen to your little list of happy time salvage, and I got you this. As he then procures a small spade.
Ego looks ecstatic.
Now,
I mean, he's still covered in vomit, but he looks ecstatic.
Now, I'm afraid it is only simple wood, and the head is made out of basic steel, and it ain't exactly great. I mean, it is supposed to be a little kiddie spade, but heck, it's perfect for your size, my friend.
It's our best shovel they go see.
I'm so glad you like it. And of course, as I promised, as he then hits the table, and then just out of nowhere, just thin air, he just plucks a coin purse, and he then procures 5 gold pieces, and places them in your hand, Dago. He does the same ceremoniously to every single one of you, as he either takes your hand and places it in it, or he takes it and places it in front of you for you to then grab it.
As he gets to me, I'm just going to say, there is one thing that you might be able to help me with. Is I've not really been away from home before, and I was my abilities kind of work with water.
And you want some kind of containment device for this water?
Well, do you know if there's anything that can create water? Like, if there's any kind of like item or
I'm afraid
thing?
I do not. I mean, I know a few different spells here, there, and everywhere that can combine the moisture, small droplets like from rain or condensation, and it can create a larger pool of water, but I'm afraid I do not know of this making of water. I mean, I've heard that high-level hydromancers might be able to do such a thing. They can create water through chaos magic, but I myself am not specifically fond of plucking things out of nothing. However, I might be able to hook you up with a fair little containment device. I think they call them gourds or bottles. We just call them water holders.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got something that, I mean, like a belt or something that can have some like vials or something on it that I can store water in, just so I have it near me. It kind of a comfort thing, and
Absolutely. I can get you a couple of 1-liter bottles. They're made out of a special weird, it's some kind of resin. I was able to buy some from a merchant not that long ago. According to certain rumors, there's a land not far from here, a city that makes all kinds of weird stuff. They create this synthetic glass. That ain't glass, but it's kind of similar. They call it resin or plastique or something, but I tell you what, it's a beautiful little design. Here you go, as he gives you these 2 little bottles. He's like, now, I'm afraid they're not exactly easy to hold, but of course, you might be able to put them in your pockets. They might stick out a little, but
and I sort of looked down at myself and like, don't really have pockets.
I'm sure we can find something. Perhaps a little satchel of some sort to keep around you. Here we go. It's an old satchel of mine. Here, take it. You have done me a service, sir. All of you have done me a service. So, as I said, if you need something, here are your bottles and here is your satchel. Here is your 5 gold coins.
Ego, much like the silver, is biting into it to see if it's gold, and he is quite happy that it is gold.
Definitely gold.
Okay, like how much gold have we got each? I'm gonna write this down, because I'm
5
taking
gold
my
pieces
gold.
each.
5 gold pieces. So I'd say 5 gold pieces. And
Like 100,000 more, I can feel like a real
Tack and I
dragon.
did most of the work, but
Now, a monk, you said that you wanted some kind of cloth or something, did you not?
yes, something similar to this wrap here.
Now I do actually have something like that. It's a silken sash, but it's made by the Arachnacs. Have you ever heard of them, my friend?
I shall roll.
Roll world knowledge. Any of you can also roll world knowledge.
Oh, I'll try and roll that with my terrible modifier for world knowledge. That'd
I
be
rolled that
great.
with a -1.
I have a
That's
minus.
an 18.
Yeah, how much do I have? Yeah, no, I've literally got like.
In
I
typical
believe I
fashion,
have.
In
no
typical
Yeah,
clue.
fashion,
no idea.
the non-landlubber does not know about the lubbers of land. Okay, so we've got an 18 and a 21. So, okay, Monk and Dago, you know that Arachnacs are giant spiders, monster creatures, but their silk is almost as durable as steel. But it is soft, like cotton.
How big are we talking about here? Would they be rideable?
I mean, almost
Look, ask the
anything,
real
almost
questions
anything
here.
is rideable for you. A puppy is rideable for... No, obviously.
No, but is it like gigantic sized, or is it like
They
sized
are
enough that it
the
would be appropriate?
Let's just put it this way. The smallest ones are around about the size of small Chihuahua puppies. The biggest ones can be around about the size of a big old Range Rover, Hummer. Basically a 4x4.
So yes.
Yes.
I'm saying we go hunting and tame one then.
Effing massive is what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
if we don't have to skip town, I mean, I didn't like really take that on board, but it's like, well, I mean, we didn't do anything, but Monk and Tack certainly did something.
Yes, but by that logic, if we're not all going together, then we should get the money.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
As-
fake mustaches and glasses will fix that.
As he just says to Monk, he just pulls you aside and he just whispers in your ear. He says, "Now, don't tell anyone that I said this to you, but again, my soul and my family's souls were more value than anything. This here thing is probably worth more than almost any of the stuff due to its rarity. I am giving you this because you are the one who personally brought it to me. Now, don't tell anybody that I gave you this little present now. Well, don't tell anybody about its value." As he just gives it to you, a Raknak silken sash. It is about 2 meters long.
But cool.
Now, my elfin friend, now I know we didn't see eye to eye before, and I do feel terribly sorry about that. How is there any way that I can make it up to you?
Well, I think I would like some things to increase my knowledge and my skill. I mean, so many unexpected things have happened in this day alone. I need to prepare, clearly.
Then in that case, perhaps I could be of some assistance. He then procures from behind him a small notebook that is very worn. This was my grandpappy's, and he gave it to my pa when he became an adventurer. My family have been born with magical abilities ever since my grandfather. We were wizards, natural-born catalyst wizards, so we had to learn how to use our abilities, but still, we still had to learn how to use spells. In here will be an encyclopedia of all sorts of different types of magic that both my father and my grandfather learnt on their travels. Almost 400 years worth of knowledge in a small notebook. I'm afraid you probably won't be able to learn how to use them, but you might be able to figure out exactly what the runes mean. Think of it as almost a little guidebook to avoiding or at least understanding what is going on in your circumstantial situations.
I take the guidebook.
And for you, of course, my grand EO finale, Kaio. What can I get for you, a paladin of the Waters of Life Church?
I'm good. Thanks. I'm good.
Wait, come again?
I'm good. You don't need to give me anything else.
But
I'm
sir, you are the very reason as to why I'm free in the first place. I need to give you something.
No, the money was enough.
How
I'm good.
about some water
No,
winds?
I'm good. Thanks.
How about you give me what you were gonna give him?
He's
an
a
idiot.
strange one, isn't he? Never mind. I was wondering if he wanted some kind of other sort of gourd or bottle to hold his water, but very well.
I'll take it. I'll take it instead, and he will use it.
I think
He
if he is so sure, perhaps not. He then walks up to up to his till. Well, my friends, as he turns around in sort of almost like an overly flashy fashion, thank you, my glorious, amazing adventurers. You have done me a service that I cannot repay in simple funds, but hopefully this will help you start as I needed my new beginning. And if you ever see any demon that has taken a soul from a mortal, you burn that. You burn that contract and you destroy everything. In that guidebook that I have given you, Ether, is the potion the culmination, the compound that you will need to destroy any physical demon contract. But if you can't, you kill the demon who did, and it's gone forever.
You have my word and my tin and my bow. Thank you.
You know, I never saw eye to eye with many of the other kinds of elven people. My daddy and my grandpappy were drifters, so we didn't really understand much of that elven courtesy. But I always made sure that I was always paying up on my dues. So thank you. I truly mean it.
Well, if that is true, my friend, then you are an elf. Whether you were raised that way or not.
Thank you kindly. Now, be heading off. I hear that the Adventurers Guild has just come in with some new missions. I was actually quite worried, thinking that I'd never see you get that contract again. Heck, do you need one of these boxes? It's warded. My father made it. Could be useful to you. Keeping any demons away from stuff.
Definitely sounds useful to me.
What the heck? What the heck? We'll have it.
Very well. He then just gives you the box.
Got me either. Or...
No, he'll give it to Monk.
Monk. Yeah. There you go, Monk.
Monk has box.
Monk has warded box. Now I'm afraid you do not have a place to put it, so you'll just be holding it.
Want Dago to take it? Dago have lots of pockets.
None that big.
Hmm.
I want to point out it's about like it's, the best way to put it is about the sort of the width. I'd say it's about from furthest corner to furthest corner. It's about 13 inches, and it's about
Which is 13 inches in centimeters.
I'm gonna have to tie it to my back.
yes. It's about like the size of a fairly smallish, if not fairly small laptop.
Yeah, it's like a normal room.
I guess you could say it's 30 centimeters, like diagonally, and then it's about in the terms of how tall it is, it's about like 10 centimeters tall. So it's quite a chunky box, but it did only hold that scroll, but it can hold a couple of other things.
If we're gonna be staying in town, we need to stay away from the museum.
We could camp out.
But that would be a logical way. I need to stay away from the museum.
Yeah, but I guess we could go to the inn furthest away from the museum.
Did museums steal it? They say you steal it?
Not really, but
Who knows who stole scroll? Could be anyone.
We
Pass.
did we actually steal it? I mean,
Requisition.
we reclaimed it.
Appropriation.
I mean,
Whatever.
Let's just go back to normal end.
To the inn.
As our adventurers go to either an inn or I want to point it out, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon.
It's been a long day though.
You guys, if you would like, can go to see what is on the Adventurers Guild board, or you can just go to one of the taverns and basically just stay for a night. Try and rest up the best that you can. It's up to you. Which you prefer to do first.
Have a meal.
I've still got my fresh fish. We could have a late lunch.
Ooh, fresh fish. Yes, please.
So I might try going to Hunter's Guild to see where I could requisition or go to. Where are the giant spiders at?
No.
Just to ask them, just to ask them.
I'm gonna say, would you prefer bringing your fish to an inn and asking if it could get cooked, or would you prefer camping out and cooking it?
I'll cook it myself on a fire.
Okay.
Did someone say fire?
Did someone say? Actually, yeah. Did you want to do anything about that, Bill?
Well, I mean, how else are they gonna light a fire?
I assume that because of this, you guys actually just go out into a part, like an outskirts of the forest, to actually, set a little campfire and burn some wood, just so you can get like a little fire going, so that you can actually cook.
I'm going to suggest we actually go back to where I was fishing before and just do it there, because then I could just fish some more.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And that is where we shall end this session, as you have a lovely meal at 5 in the afternoon whilst cooking and fishing. And that wraps it up. So if you guys enjoyed this session and you enjoyed this, definitely check out the Animite Tales, as I've definitely learned a lot from the mechanics that you guys have been messing around with. I don't think anything necessarily need too much changing. I think I will have a little more careful look into the drowning mechanic, although to be fair, you never got anything under a 5. So it was never that moment where it was like, okay, now you lose more health, because originally it was going to be, oh, if you got anything above 5 but under 10, you then start losing a dice that increases every 2 turns.
Honestly, I don't think I think that it's personally, I think it's fine, but because it does add the sort of tension. It makes sense to like keep upping the dice, like the more rotation they're
If you
going.
had gotten a natural 1, I was just going to say every turn you now take a quarter of your maximum health as the damage.
Yikes!
So it's like, well, I mean, you say yikes, but that is definitively 3 for Kaio, because he's got 13.
I would say on a natural 1, you just double the dice twice. You go up 2 rather than just the 1 the
fair
next
enough,
time.
Yeah.
That would be a more
better. Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah. I'll have a look into that.
thing. Yeah.
And
then if you roll a natural 20 but you're still drowning, do you wake up or do you just
I'd probably say
not go up a level?
You just don't. Yeah, you just don't go up a level, or at least you just don't
that's
take
what I was
damage for that one rotation somehow.
Is that are we stopped recording now?
No, we haven't.
No, we're still on.
Oh, we're still recording. Oh.
But so thank you every one of my players for joining us, for joining me, and for containing your madness no longer than a few seconds, as we had people running in and jumping into wells. We had people trying to rob people. We had actual, instead of attempted, actual robbery. So I mean, it was an interesting session, to say the least.
And Tack just following along.
I mean, you were the one who did basically tell everyone that they were possessed. So you definitely
figured it out.
His Tack. We needed him.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, you dug a hole to get outside of the hole that you had already been dug in.
Thrown in.
In the end, we heisted without meaning to heist.
And I didn't actually know you'd stolen it, to be honest, until you pulled it out of the.
That is true. Yeah, you got
shop.
a really good finesse. Yeah. So again, everyone, thank you very much for paying attention, listening, whatever you want to do. If you like this, follow me at Animite Tales, aka OnGoJo on Twitter, or keep on watching us on Animite Tales, the YouTube channel. We also stream at Joey the Mystic, but that's only just because we like to stream these rather than doing an entire 3-hour recording. So if you guys actually want to see it at the time, check it out every other Sunday. We won't be doing one next Sunday, because that's not every other. So thanks again, guys. Take care and have a wonderful time. Ciao for now.